afternoon and welcome to Sports Train right here on IETV, your station for real sports. Well, we have a very impressive 1 hour for you, and I must add, I must tell you at this time, we have a very special guest in the TNT female defending marathon champion, Shadi Mahabir. She will be here and she will tell you about her life story, how she started to run and what's her winning formula. We'll have her on set to tell you exactly how she came about running. But before I do that, before I bring my co-host and my fellow host into the action, Riza Abbasali, let us look at our sponsors today. Blazer Sports Bar, Docks Engineering Works Limited, and Royals Publishing Company Limited. Remember, they are going to be giving us Royals Publishing Company Limited. They will be giving us the trivia today, a cash prize of $300. So stay close to your phones where you can win that money today once you get in contact with us and you come up with the right answer. So, Riza, let's continue with our show. What is all about today's show?
Well, again, Astel, you said it, welcome fans to our studios here live, beaming from Diego Martin. And we have, Docks Engineering as well as Blazers and Royals Publishing. We are so grateful for your sponsorship for this exciting program. Well, Astel, let's start off again with, you mentioned, of course, Shadi Mahabir, the female winner of the International Marathon this year, 2023, which took place on January the 29th. And she would tell her wonderful story of not only about her victory, but what contributed to it, and all the background and the family and coaching and how she was successful. But let's pay tribute to the senior citizen, Mr. Derek McIntyre, in that particular marathon. I think we have photos, and we must come in. A guy 85 years old.
85 years old.
Finishing. I think it was about 7 hours, but it wasn't about the time, Astel. No. It was about the effort.
The effort. That 26.2 miles is not an easy feat. And Mr. McIntyre at 85, he showed true grit and determination. And I must correct you a little. Shadi didn't just win this year's marathon. She is the defending champion.
Right,
she went out there and she proved to them that nobody could beat her. So, and McIntyre proved that he is a true champion too, at 85 years old.
Yeah, I think he turned 85 around February 9th, if I stand corrected.
Correct.
But it's always, people of that age, senior citizens participating.
Yes.
In a fit, it really is a fitness program.
To
keep healthy. And I would certainly ask them, and I suppose you also would like to follow that kind of regime.
Very much so.
Yes.
It's a compliment to Mr. McIntyre and to people who are in his age bracket, who are still participating in physical activities. And I think the doctors are wrong, and the nurses will be very, very proud to know that people of that age group are still participating and keeping themselves fit and staying away from the hospitals.
Yes. Well, we did try to get him, but we were not successful. But hopefully we're going to get him sometime.
Yes, definitely.
He's from, I think he's really right there from Mount Dore area.
Yes, yes.
And he was telling me while I had some, some conversation with him. Running uphill, he's a guy who takes his fitness seriously.
Definitely, to be doing 26.2 miles, a marathon, it means that you are serious, because it takes not just physical grit, but it takes a mental approach, a toughness in mind. And I remembered well when someone telling me about hitting the wall, and Shadi will tell us about when you cover a certain amount of miles, you hit the wall. And when you hit the wall, you really hit the wall. And McIntyre, he must have struck the wall many times, but he fought his way through.
Well, congratulations, Derek. You have done your country and yourself very proud. Well, let's move to the CONCACAF Under-17 football tournament. That took place in Guatemala, February 11th, I think the 26th also, and where the top 4 teams qualify for the 2023 FIFA Under-17 World Cup, which takes place in Peru, the 10th of November, the 2nd of December later this year.
Correct.
So Trinidad and Tobago, Astel, we know this, they did reach the round of 16, and El Salvador edged us 3-2. but it was a fight. It was
Yes,
really
yes.
a fight. And Sean Cooper, the coach, was very complimentary of the team's effort. But you do have something with Sean Cooper.
I mean, I spoke with Sean Cooper before, and I was impressed with this coach because he took these players, a squad, very underprepared. They went to Jamaica, and they got some licks in Jamaica because they were the only team in the tournament that wasn't playing football. The only team that wasn't actually playing football. He took them to Jamaica. They got some licks, and they were participating in Group H, I believe, Group H, which consisted of the USA, Canada, TNT, and Barbados. And boy, these fellas play football. I mean, they dug deep. But Sean Cooper will tell us more. This is what he had to say about the tournament. Coach Cooper, thank you so much, and welcome to Sports Train. My first question to you, Sean, is how would you describe the performance of your team? Because seeing that you started off in Jamaica a bit shaky, and then you ended up very, very strong, in my opinion, against your last opponent, El Salvador. You came from you always were behind the ball, but you came back and the guys performed exceedingly well. How would you perform? How would you describe the entire journey that you had from your warm-up matches to your real matches?
Well, you have to remember that the first set of games in Jamaica were the boys' first international outing. So it would have been a learning experience for most of them. They came up, to come up against Jamaica, one of the powerhouse in the Caribbean in football. And playing in Jamaica, it was a very trying experience for most of them. The boys who would have played in the USD probably would have had a little more experience, but not at international level. So I thought the games were competitive, and again we were better in the second half. I think our problem there was our warm-up. I thought our warm-up was a bit too slow. It was like a normal warm-up, that you will have in a normal training session. So we spoke to the trainer, and we changed the warm-up a bit, to get a faster start, because you want the guys mentally prepared to start the game. And I thought those were the little things that you would have found that the experience they were lacking in. So going into Guatemala now, they would have had a little more experience, but again, they were learning on the job as they go along. And from the start, my main focus was not allowing goals to be scored easily on them. So what we tried to do was stop the bleeding if we had goals coming, and then we move forward from there. So hence the reason you would have seen that we had a better performance going in to the last round of games.
Okay, well, that was Sean Cooper, the national under-17 coach. He gave us just what happened from Jamaica to Guatemala. We have more of this interview next week, and the extended version, where I believe Sean Cooper did a tremendous job with these youngsters, because the last game against El Salvador, they came from 2 goals down to lose the entire tournament, to lose the match 3-2
in overtime.
And I mean, it took grit, it took determination, it took a lot of talking, and these boys, they dug deep. They came out of it, with their heads held high.
Well, actually, as I mentioned, I saw Sean Cooper there. I read how he stated that the team gave him blood. Well, actually, still today is the final in that CONCACAF tournament between Mexico and U.S. The final takes place today. And 4 teams have already qualified: Mexico, U.S., Canada, and Panama. Cool. But good going to the youngsters.
Excellent going indeed. I mean, because Reza, we must remember is that our youngsters were not playing football. All the rest of teams, all the rest of countries were playing football, playing hard football, playing warm-up matches. We were not playing football at all. And we went to Jamaica to get some practice, and then we went straight into tournament. And that is a big disadvantage to these players. But they show that they have the skill, they have the class. All it takes now for it to be playing regular football and to keep this team together. We'll have more from Sean Cooper, in an extended version later down, in our programs coming up. So,
Great, man. Well, let's talk about, West Indies cricket. West Indies start their test series against South Africa next week, Tuesday. And we have had two new additions, Hakeem Jordan from Barbados and Alec Athenes from Dominica. But the one-day squad and the T20 squads have been announced.
Correct, yeah.
And 3 one-day internationals and 3 T20 internationals. And Astel, where is our good friend Shimron Hetmyer?
Oh, Shimron Hetmyer, he's missing in
Shimron
action.
Hetmyer, director, where is he?
Yeah, he's talking with you. He's there. You see that instead of being in South Africa, he's talking with you. So that he's missing in action. And I believe Dr. Desmond Haynes, the Honorable Dr. Desmond Haynes, I think if he wants to find him, call Riza.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's a mystery really, because Dr. Desmond Haynes, the chief selector, mentioned the fact that he was talking about the possible reemergence of Darren Bravo, but nowhere, unless you picked it up, there's any conversation between the chief selector and Shimron Hetmyer.
Exactly. I'm so mystified that not a word was said about the leaving out or non-selection of Shimron Hetmyer. That is a mystery that we got to get to the bottom of. But let me add a little to Darren Bravo.
Right.
I am in total agreement with the selection committee to leave Bravo out of this South African tour, because I believe his back-to-back 100s, 200s is not enough to bring him back onto the team. I believe Bravo is like a heavyweight boxer. You have to bring him back very slowly. You have to pick his opponents. Well, in this case, he has to be able to go out against during the rest of the regional 4-day tournament and score more runs, where he will get that confidence, because if he goes to South Africa against that fast bowling attack that they have out there and he doesn't do it well, it might be a blow to his confidence. So I think bring him back slowly, because I believe he's the best bat in the Caribbean at this time. So once you take your time and bring him out slowly, I believe Bravo will give us at least 3 or 4 good solid years and plenty runs.
And talking about Hetmyer, good points on Bravo. Hetmyer just returned from Abu Dhabi, where he was playing T20 cricket for the Gulf Giants in the Arab League.
Exactly. And I share the view that there has to be dialogue between the chief selector, Dr. Desmond Haynes, and Shimron Hetmyer. And I believe Hetmyer has to be the one who has to pick up the phone and say, I'm Doc, or whatever he wants to call him, say, listen to, or Chief, I am ready, and I'm willing to go. Let's bygones be bygones. Whatever happened in the past. I am looking at West Indies cricket, because I have enough money in my pocket now. But what I want now is to establish myself as a West Indian Test player. Correct. I want to be respected around the region.
Correct. All right, so let's take our first break, and when we come back, Rising Stars on IETV. Stay tuned.
Are you ready to own your own home, but worried about time, money, and construction? We handle it all. With Docs, you can sleep in your dream. Make a down payment of $100K or $150K, and we'll build a 2 or 3 bedroom home on your unused land. A home is an investment into your future, so let's help you invest wise, invest well. Payment plans available. We're only a call away.
Welcome back to Sports Train. You are looking at Sports Train on IETV. And we come to our Rising Stars segment. We have a youngster by the name of Vikash Mohan. He made his regional debut recently. But this young man had a very unfortunate start. But despite that, Riza Basali found him and he had a nice conversation with him. Riza, let's talk a little about Vikash.
Yes, it was, as you mentioned, regrettable that on January 31st in Grenada, first ball of the match, he got injured, split his webbing. But he's still persevering, and all these 28 years, he was very thankful for the opportunity to represent his country at the highest level. He lives in Tunapuna, a student of Holy Cross, Arima Vishnu Boys College, and lots of experience as a youth captain, under 13, under 15, and under 19. Let's have a look at that interview I had with Vikash Mohan.
Okay.
Have a rising star on IETV. National cricketer Mr. Vikash Mohan. Good afternoon, Vikash. How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm fine. All is well. Hope all is well as well.
Great, man. Tell us, who are some of the individuals or coaches that encouraged you to start playing cricket at an early age?
Firstly, I started my career at the Arangwa Sports Club. I joined the clinic there. Probably back then, my parents enrolled me to the clinic just to keep me occupied on a weekend and not just waste my weekend once I don't have school. I think after I joined the club, coaches saw my talent there and they kind of pushed me to further my cricketing career. It might be difficult to name every coach that I passed through at the club, but to mention two names, the late Mr. Rustam Mohammed, as well as Kripal Singh. I think those two individuals really guided me at a young age and really saw that talent in me to go further in my career. I know I may not be able to call every single name, but each and every coach at the club really played a part in me becoming who I am today.
Excellent. We know that you are an under 13, under 15, under 19 national cricket captain. Tell us briefly about that experience and the knowledge gained from these appointments.
I think the knowledge and the experience is countless. Not only in cricket itself, but in life skills in general. Going through the ranks, you'll deal with different coaches, different players. You see how different coaches approach the game as well as players. You also learn to deal with people in a whole. Everybody have different backgrounds, so you may have to deal with different players differently. So being a captain at those various age groups really taught me those sort of stuff, and I think it has molded me into the individual I am today. So I'm grateful for the opportunity that I was able to lead those national teams at those various age groups. I think the experiences and knowledge is countless. It have no price on it.
No substitute. Excellent. Fast forward a bit. You were named UE Sportsman of the Year in 2017, captain of the UE St. Augustine cricket team. Can you tell us what stands out for you in terms of the performance while you were captain?
In terms of performance, I think that year we won the cricket at the UE Games. I think it was the first time St. Augustine has won it in quite a number of years. I don't think they have won it since. So leading that team to victory and winning the tournament was a big thing for me. And it wasn't even at home, so it was at Barbados, Capefield. So we were not favorites. So winning that tournament, I think that is what stands out to me. Sometimes being a captain, you put your personal performances at the side for team performances. So that I think leading that team to the title was what stood out to me that year.
Great, man. You graduated from UE with a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, I think it was 2018. You have been playing cricket from such a young age. How were you able to balance your studies with playing cricket? Yeah, you got that?
Sorry, I think I lost you for a second there.
All right. Okay, great. You did lose it. So let's start again. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Yeah. You graduated from UE with a BSc in Mechanical Engineering. How were you able to balance your studies and playing cricket at the same time?
This question always comes up over the years. It's a very difficult question to answer, but it takes a lot of sacrifice. To balance both, I wouldn't lie or hide anything, it was very difficult. So it had times when you would have to go play cricket and come home, you're trained, tired, you want to sleep, but you have to just put in the hours to get your work done. So it was a tough journey, and to achieve anything great in life, I guess those are periods you have to go through as an individual.
Sure.
Nothing comes easy in life. So sacrifice is a big word. There's a lot of sacrifices has to be made. Sometimes you miss family events, you miss family trips, you miss a lot of things in life growing up. But at the end of the day, it's all what you want to achieve. So it's no easy thing, but it can be done. At the end, it can be done. Once you put your mind to it, it can be done.
You have done it, and I must congratulate you. Your selection to the national team on January 31st in Grenada was a dream come true. Relive the moment and tell us how you felt about that.
As I said previously, I don't think there's words to describe how I felt. It's always a dream of any youngster growing up to represent their country one day. For me, it did take a while. I'm 28 years of age now, so I had to wait to represent my country. So words can't really describe it. I was just glad for the opportunity, and as I said, just grateful that my dream did came true.
Wonderful.
Well, great stuff there from Vikash Mohan. I want to congratulate the young man. He's still persevering. I mean, the injury would not deter him from continuing his dreams to represent the country. So, Astor, let's move from we have great moments in West Indian cricket. I mean, I'm sure we haven't seen it for a while.
Yes, correct.
But we have this match here at Lord's in 1973, the third test. And then, I mean, we featuring two superstars, Rohan Kanai, Gary Sobers, and our own Bernard Julian.
Yeah, I think two legends, Gary Sobers and Rohan Kanai, and you have a superstar in Bernard Julian, a man who everybody thought would have been the next Gary Sobers.
Oh, right.
He did well as a test cricketer. But let's take a look at these great moments in West Indies cricket. When you come back, we'll talk a little more.
All right, so let's look at this great moment, Lord's 1973.
So did the West Indians, with Sobers, Kanai, and Bernard Julian.
That's right. Kanai was captain then, you know. Sobers had resigned the captaincy. Kanai made 150, and Gary made 150 as well. It was his last test appearance here. And the West Indies were a very, very strong batting side. And they bowled us out a second time, and they won by an innings and 226 runs.
That's a great shot. Greg just isn't fast enough to bowl bounces on a good batting pitch. Oh, and Bisfield will give Kanai his 100. Luckhurst, the offender. Kanai goes to 100. A fine innings by the West Indian captain.
Beautiful shot by Gary Sobers. Really picked that up and clipped it away through mid-wicket.
Stroke. It really was wonderful to watch. The gentle defensive stroke, first couple of balls of the over, and then that really classic off drive. Got it away there, just through the extra cover position. Marvellous placement. Rolling the wrist a little bit on that one so that it went finer. And there's another boundary. Tony Gregg really taking a hammering out there today. And that takes him to his highest ever test score against England. What a lovely stroke to do it with. looks to be Bob Willis now, bowling from the nursery end, and he's to bowl to Canai. He's got him. It's a good catch by Tony Greig, going away to his right there, and a good delivery from Willis, who has just picked himself up another little victim, and what a good one from England's point of view. And the pavilion and everyone around the ground rising to Canai. It was a marvellous innings.
Beautiful shot again, 4 runs all the way. Good cricket there by this master cricketer. He'd been looking at this offside field. Knew how difficult it was going to be to Pearson. Another beautiful straight drive. Beats Fletcher, goes through for 4. Brings up the 400. What a wonderful shot from Gary Sobers. Packed house here now, really getting full value for money. What a wonderful shot. You'd really have to see a lot of cricket to see a better shot than that.
Okay, all right, that's the great legends themselves with Bernard Julian. Actually, in that match, Astel, Canai scored 157, so was 150 not out. Bernard Julian 121. 652 for A declared in the West Indies first innings, and of England 233, 193. West Indies winning by an innings and 226 runs.
Really great moments in West Indies cricket indeed. Those were the days, Ariza, and those are the days that we are looking forward to, that men like Shimon Hetmeyer and Darren Bravo and company will have us dancing and clapping again.
No question about it. All right, let's take another break, and when we come back, our sports trivia question, courtesy Royals Publishing Company Limited for $300. Stay tuned.
I come from a place I love. Vibes don't get us never stop. Like something just trigger away. Like you with them just give energy.
Are you ready to own your own home, but worried about time, money, and construction? We handle it all. With Docs, you can sleep in your dream. Make a down payment of $100K or $150K, and we'll build a 2 or 3 bedroom home on your unused land. A home is an investment into your future, so let's help you invest wise, invest well. Payment plans available. We're only a call away.
Okay, welcome back to Sports Train, and we reached this point in our program where we are looking at this sports trivia. Reza, you are the man responsible for. Let us talk about this trivia and tell the viewers what they are going to be winning and who the person they're going to be calling about.
Well, this sports trivia question is courtesy again, Royals Publishing Company Limited, 7A Macoya Industrial Estate in Macoya. All roads in education lead to Royals Publishing Company with books designed for both primary and secondary schools. Parents, students, and teachers are welcome at RPC, Macoya Industrial Estate. Telephone number 645-0423. So let's have a look at this picture. And you can call in this outstanding woman cricketer.
Yes.
Calling for $300. I think the number should be showing.
Yes.
Right. Yes. 223-1601.
1601. Yes.
$300 awaits you. So that lady there, I'm sure you know her, Aston. Oh, not
yes.
you, but the callers out there.
It's true, and they must be very quick about it too, because I mean, time waits on no man
That's
or
correct.
woman. So please get to the telephone and call us about that $300 and about that woman you were seeing on your screen right now. Former West Indies captain.
Yeah, former West Indies women's captain.
A very good wicketkeeper batsman. And now she holds a good position in West Indies cricket also,
Yes, I think, yes. Technical in some form.
Yes.
Sports ambassador also, Atlantic. And of course, I mean, we've given so much hints. Marak Village, Maruga.
Marak Village.
You've been down there?
I mean, I've been down there. Very nice area to be in. It's a bit of a distance to go to, but I mean, we are in Trinidad, so nowhere is long and distance, and she's from Marak Village in Maruga. That nice area, man.
Yes.
Excellent area.
Time is going, and just want to say that she led West Indies to 3 consecutive World T20 semi-finals in 2010, 2012, 2014, and she was a member of the victorious 2016 team that won the World T20 tournament in India.
Right. So, I mean, that is all the hints, and you cannot want it better than that. When you look at this picture, if you don't know this woman, then, I mean, there has to be something wrong with your sporting background.
Well, I think we just have another minute.
Yes.
Until, I mean, we have to go to the break and get our special guests
Yes.
on set. So we have a minute again.
Okay, and I think I may step off set. Yeah. Somebody
Yes.
is calling.
Yes, all right.
So
112 one-day internationals.
Yes,
95 T20 internationals.
95.
Yes, yes. All right. So we have a caller from Woodbrook.
Caller from Woodbrook, okay. State your claim, let's hear you. Caller from Woodbrook, state your claim, let's hear what's your opinion.
We're not hearing him.
Yeah, we're not hearing him at all, Mr. Director. Okay, we are not hearing him at all. Are you in a better position to hear him, Darren, than we are? Yeah. Caller from Woodbrook? Well, if not, then we have to give somebody else a try.
Well, I mean, maybe we're not hearing him for whatever reason.
Yes.
But he probably has the answer.
Maybe, yes.
So, well, we got to take the break now. Director? Oh,
okay.
Are you there, sir?
Caller from Woodbrook? Oh, we're not hearing him at all. Tell him to turn down his set and listen to us and talk to us through his telephone. Okay.
Yeah, all right. Let's take a break, and when we come back, our special guest.
Okay, then.
I come from a place of love. Vibes don't get us never stop. Like something just trigger away. Like you with them just give energy.
Are you ready to own your own home, but worried about time, money, and construction? We handle it all. With Docs, you can sleep in your dream. Make a down payment of $100K or $150K, and we'll build a 2 or 3 bedroom home on your unused land. A home is an investment into your future, so let's help you invest wise. Invest well. Payment plans available. We're only a call away.
My name is Riza Abbasali.
My name is Astor Ren. This is Sports Train. Get on board. Join us every Sunday afternoon for a 1-hour-long live program on ITV, your station for real sports.
That's victory for the West Indies, and Sheldon Cottrell has done it.
And we have some interesting features, such as
Great moments in West Indian cricket. Rising stars.
Where Are They Now? Our former sporting icons. Sports Train on ITV. Don't miss it.
Again.
Are you ready to own your own home, but worried about time, money, and construction? We handle it all. With Docs, you can sleep in your dream. Make a down payment of $100K or $150K, and we'll build a 2 or 3 bedroom home on your unused land. A home is an investment into your future, so let's help you invest wise, invest well. Payment plans available. We're only a call away.
My name is Riza Abasali.
My name is Astor Ren. This is Sports Train. Get on board. Join us every Sunday afternoon for a 1 hour long live program on ITV, your station for real sports.
That's victory for the West Indies, and Sheldon Cottrell has done it.
And we have some interesting features, such as
Great moments in West Indian cricket. Rising stars.
Where Are They Now? Our former sporting icons. Sports Train on ITV. Don't miss it.
All right, so we had a winner trying to get in. Well, we had some technical, but I mean, at least we did have a winner, Mr. Leonard Kalu from Woodbrook, $300. And of course, we would give you the information. I'm sure the directors would have given you the information for us, for us to contact you and to collect your prize. All right, so right now, without further ado, Astel, we have a very special lady in the house.
Yes.
No other than defending champion and current 2023 female international marathon winner, Miss Shadi Mahabir. Welcome, Shadi, to ITV.
It's a pleasure having her, man. It's an honor to be in your presence at this time, Shadi, because I mean, you just didn't do it once, you do it twice. You beat them last year and you beat them this year. So I mean, so you are a true champion. Riza, I mean, let's talk
Shadi,
about
how do you feel about you defended the title. How do you feel at the moment after 2 successive victories?
I'm very proud of myself to know that I accomplished something that I put my mind to and set myself to doing. I'm very proud of myself.
Was the timing from last year to this year, how was the timing compared?
Well, last year's timing was 3:38:55.
Yes.
And this year was 3:31:12.
Okay, so there was a reduction in time.
Yes, it was.
Well, let's ask her, we want to talk, from the background where
Yes.
Shadi grew up.
Exactly.
And I want to tell you, Astel, she came from a village that is very dear to me. Bonas village in Cedrus, where many of my late father's family came up and grew up. And she knows some of my cousins in Bonas village, Cedrus. But Shani, it started at Bonas village, and tell us about how you growing up there. What was life like?
Life in Cedrus was a quiet fishing village. You go into school, primary school. You know, it's obvious when you're small, you're playing the food coming home from school with your friends. They didn't have much to talk about. We had a simple life in Cedrus, but you made do with what you have, with your friends and family.
And you were very active in school in terms of sports and all of that?
Yes, I like playing cricket, netball. Well, I was more like as you say, tomboy.
Oh, tomboy.
Yes,
Oh,
everything into the boy stuff. Never the little girly thing, but
I understand.
anyway, you're going running and playing.
Yeah. So I still that grounding always takes place in the village.
Yes, and what I noticed among top sportsmen and women is that they participated from a very early age in every sport and discipline. And Shadi was no different, because she said she played football, she played cricket, she played whatever they had in school, and then she filtered out now into marathon running. So you see the foundation and the village itself she came from.
Yes. So when did you leave Cedrus? At what age?
I was 18 years old.
And you came up in the north, I believe.
No, I came in Central.
In Central.
Yes, that's the Cuba area.
Yes. Now here's where we want to start now. That background, certainly that laid your foundation. When did you start picking up running? Was it always start? Did you start with marathon at first, or was it just steps going into a marathon?
Well, at first I didn't used to do running. I didn't even know I had that potential in me.
I see.
But when I met my second husband,
All right.
he was the one that asked me, "You want to go and do a 5K?" I said, "Okay." Well, I thought it was a little simple thing, you know. You just like in running in school, you just run.
I see.
But when I started getting into it, it was something I started grew to love. We used to do every Saturday morning. We did a 5K, which was batch road run in Trin City, Annecy, Bishop High, and that is where I started, you know, training and running.
And you know, we talking this very key element of training. I mean, I still 26 miles, 13 forward, 13 back. And that training, I mean, you mentioned to us off the air about the hills and the grass. Tell us about that training.
Well, training, it's a very difficult thing. It's a hard thing to do. You have to have the discipline, the motivation, the determination, and consistency of doing what you love. Yeah. And you have to push very hard to do what you want and accomplish it. Don't ever give up. Sometimes you may feel like, you know, I'm not going today, don't want to do it, but at the end of the day, this is what you love and you need to go forward with it.
Excellent, excellent.
So how many miles are you putting a day, I mean, during the training session? How many miles are you putting a day or for the week? I mean, you build up to this big occasion, 26.2 miles.
I would say for the week, more than 30 miles.
30 miles?
Yeah, like this morning we did a, which we call a LSD. We did trails as well, and it was a 11:27.
Now, you know, we have to come to, of course, the training goes with your diet and your nutrition. And that has to be something special, to, you know, for you to incorporate. Tell us a bit about your regime in terms of nutrition and diet.
Well, for my diet, I eat more provision, fish, and fruits. And also, my husband makes a drink for me.
A special drink?
Yes, he does, which I do appreciate it very, very much. It has all the things that I would not really eat regularly. That it goes on like a smoothie.
Like a smoothie?
Yes, it does.
Pascal?
Yeah, because I mean, what Shadi just confirmed to us, because I remember talking to a marathon coach, I do recall his name now, but he told his charge that he must eat everything that in the ground and goes on the tree. You know what is on the tree and what is on the ground, like cassava, provision. Those things are very important. Michael Alexander was the
right.
And this boy, I don't recall his coach at this time now, but a very good friend of mine.
Yes.
And he told me, and Shadi just confirmed that you must eat what is on the ground and what is in the air to be a good marathon runner.
And obviously water.
Yes,
you must drink gallons of. I don't know how water goes down.
8 glasses per day.
8 glasses per day.
Yes.
8 glasses per day. Okay.
Yes.
And that drink that your husband, that drink that your husband, that secret drink, we do hope that could stand the test of water, you know.
Yeah, it is.
The whole anti-doping.
It is. It's something that he makes that, you know, you wouldn't really put it eat.
Right, I see it.
Right.
It goes like a liquid, you know, you drink it down, which you're missing in one shot. So.
All right, then I mean that is excellent.
Well, I mean, Shadi, I'm going to ask you the secret formula. Yes. Maybe not secret, but it has a formula.
Yes.
After the show. Well, let's talk a bit of your club.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it's one a week.
One a week.
One a week.
Yes.
And your coach is Derek Simon.
Yes.
Tell us about the background of your association and all this with this club.
Wow. Well,
yes.
I would consider I'm not a running club, but a family.
A family?
Yes.
Yeah.
When I ran the marathon in 2022 and I won it, they had a 1 month free session where you come to learn to train and run. Well, who loves to run? And we spend the time there training with the assistant coaches and them, like Nigel Bellamy. He's a lovely coach. The first time we saw him, we were in West Park doing a 1 mile, which I won. And the welcomeness you got from him, it made you feel to stay and join the club. That is how they are.
Yes.
They don't bring you down, they motivate you.
Oh, that's excellent.
And
Yes.
when I met Coach Derek, was the same thing. The things that he sit down and talk to me and explain to me, and how he just talk to you, you would feel, even though you may not be an experienced runner, but the way he talks to you and explains things to you, would feel that, you know, you want to do more with yourself in running.
Yeah, because I had the privilege of meeting Derek Simon.
Really?
And his twin brother, Dexter.
Yeah.
And Derek, the first thing he told me, he said, it's a family play.
Right.
As Shadi rightly pointed out.
Right.
It's not a club, it's a
family.
Yeah, it's a
They
family.
they
And that's
all
how
support you.
he instigates his charges to challenge themselves, to go for them, and to accomplish a lot.
Amazing. Shadi, I mean, before we go into the actual race, you work full time.
Yes, I do.
I think you told me,
I
Chief.
work for Chief Brand
right?
Products.
So it's a question of, I think off the air again, how is your day planned out?
My
Full-time work, Esther?
Yes.
Full-time work.
And, well, I wouldn't say full-time marathon runner, but part-time, but competitive, highly competitive. How does that plan out for the day for you?
The morning starts at 3:30.
Your morning starts at what?
3:30 in the morning. I wake up. Well, before, who wouldn't be given a little trouble to get up in the morning time when you know it's start off? But now I get up like clockwork. As it's 3:30, my eyes are open. I get up, I do what I have to do, and out the door by 4:30 to do my training.
I see.
Yes, I come back like 5:45, where I prepare
After
myself.
work, yeah.
Prepare myself to go to work, which is in South area, in San Fernando. I do my daily job and come back in time for 5 o'clock to do my training.
And what locations, I think you may have mentioned, what locations you do this training?
We do the training in Aranguez.
Aranguez, Savannah?
Yes.
Yeah.
We also do the Lady Chancellor
yes.
around the
Yes.
Savannah.
Yes.
We
Yes.
have Mount Hololo. As I said this morning, we went to St. Michael's, where we did some hills and trails as well.
Great. So now we have a clip, of you finishing the 2023 marathon. But now we start the actual race. Now you were defending your title, right? And therefore, what was the race course like last year? Just tell us that first.
Well, last year,
The route. Just remind us.
Due to the COVID,
Right.
they had the 40th edition, which was the anniversary of Anthony Crawford.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
We did that in the Red Tarmac in Chaguaramas.
And
There, we didn't have much time due to the COVID-19 to be
Right,
training.
right.
So it was just mentally knowing that you have been running before, but this is something where you're just going back and forth, like to one end to the other. You was not like moving forward. So you had to mentally know and build your mind to finishing it. And before I started the race, I told myself I am going to make history for myself
Really?
at my age.
Your age?
Yes.
Well, unless you say, but
I'm 49.
You want 49?
I'll be 50 next month, and
Wow.
also I'm a grandmother
Oh my
of
God.
3 beautiful babies.
Are still 49
49, running to
and a beaming grandmother.
Yes.
How many children you have? 3 children?
No, I have 2, a boy and a girl, but I have 3 grandbabies.
3 grandbabies, beautiful. Indeed, and she has just outlined a discipline. But tell us about the course, because this year you all came down the bus route. Was it difficult for you?
No, we started at the QRC, which by TGI we went. Well, I don't know Port of Spain that well.
Right.
We went through the side street and went onto the priority bus route.
Right, okay.
We went straight towards Aruca Junction passing, but just a little way it has the traffic light where you could turn off the Train City and back to the Port of Spain.
Okay.
But heading towards Aruca, it had a lot of headwinds, which was a little...
Right, yeah. So you were against the wind.
Yes.
And you're not all that
No, but I did have my co-runners with me as well, so they were like a shield towards the win. Yes, I was very thankful for that
That's
as well.
very important to have teammates who understand
They
running,
support you.
understand cycling too, because that oncoming win, and when you set, you have your defending champion with you. You need to protect him or her on that course.
And what time this race started?
At 5 o'clock.
At 5 o'clock.
Yes.
So you got up very early.
I reached there about 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
Yeah, I got up 2 o'clock.
Yes. Well, when you restarted at 5, correct?
5 exactly.
I mean, during the course of the race, I think you finished it under this over 3 hours, is it? It was humid, it was hot.
No, the weather was just fine. Before we started the marathon, we were a little bit concerned about the weather because, you know, when you're running and you're heading back, the sun would have been on you. But thankfully, we did had a nice, beautiful weather to compete it. As the elder guy, Derek
McIntyre?
Yes.
Yeah.
He, for a person at his age, to take on a challenge as the marathon, we are talking about 26.2 miles.
Yes.
And at his age, to accomplish that, it is a very brave and
you must admire
yes.
Yes.
Correct. And he reminds us of the great Granny Lucas.
Yes.
Granny was a fixed figure, and no one went home until Granny crosses the finish line.
Yeah.
Everybody remained there waiting for Granny.
In the 90s.
And she was immortalized in Calypso.
Yes.
You know, afraid Granny passed my way. That made me not do. I didn't run the marathon but because of that, and I know Granny's going to pass me.
Yeah.
So I said no. I was not going to run the marathon, but one of these days I will train to really get over 26.2 miles.
Well, there was about 60 runners in that event this year. I think you were telling me off air that there were about 10 women competing.
Yeah.
But let's, you know, that's, I think they're finishing the marathon.
Okay.
What was your strategy and tactics like during this race? I mean, surely it's just not just about running. Was it split in phases? I mean, or did you take, well, I mean, you wouldn't take a rest. How did you pace yourself?
I paced myself to a nice, easy pace going up, but when I was coming back down, I started pushing more because in my mind, I know I wanted to beat the time I did before.
Oh, that's one? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, just hold that right there, and go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to beat that time to prove myself that I can do better on my time.
Good. Now let's look at some of those photos we have.
Yes.
All right, you're looking at the screen here.
Yeah.
All right, so it's up to you now. We have about 5 or 6. Hold it there, director. Tell us, I think this guy name is...
His name is Neil, but
Neil?
normally known as Yank. That was my neighbor.
Yes.
It was so...
When was this? At the end of the
yes,
the race? Yes.
I didn't even saw him. It was when he came walking up. I saw him. I was so happy to know that somebody from Cedras was actually there to help celebrate my win. You know,
great.
It felt good.
It felt good. Yes.
He knows me from since I was small growing up. And to know you could share that moment with him, it was a
excellent.
very happy.
So he also participated in
yes, but he
the half.
Yeah, he did the half.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
Yes.
Tremendous.
All right. What's happening here, Shadi?
And that's when I got my trophy.
You got the trophy.
Yes, and the cash prize as well.
Cash prize. All right. Next one.
Next one, if you can go to the other before.
That's
Shadi.
me.
You have one?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I have one where I did run from Matlat to Blanchishers.
Right.
Matlat.
Yes,
I remember that. I remember
Yeah.
that.
Yes,
I remember that run.
I won that, the first female. I have a lot of trophies there with a lot of histories and memories, stories that I know when I grow old.
Yes.
I would have them to tell my grandchildren. Just at this shoot where I'm holding the trophy.
Yes.
It has another one like a heart shape like
Yes.
thing.
Yes.
That one I got the award from the NAAA as the Road Runner Female of the Year.
This one. This rack?
These are medals. The first 3 is from
I don't want to guess how many.
Tobago Active.
Yes.
The other one in the middle is where I received the award from Girls Run TNT Pink Rain.
Yes.
For the most improved female runner 2022.
Excellent.
So you're planning to expand your house? I mean, a room to put all of these things?
I'm planning to get a trophy cabinet, yes, and to bring in more.
Next.
Next, if we can. Oh, those.
Okay,
yes,
go ahead.
Where I was, holding up my victory, and it was just to be
22,
happy.
this same marathon?
23, yes,
Yeah, 23.
2023.
All right, next. Oh, yeah.
Miss Diane Henderson, where I was receiving, yes.
She's the chair of the event.
The Olympic
What did she tell you?
Well, I knew Miss Diane from last year as well.
Right.
And she said, well done. She told me I beat my time from last year.
Oh, you did, you
Yes.
did, yes.
And that is important, not just winning, but improving on your time.
Yes, she said
Diane
congratulations.
is-
Yes.
Great,
Yeah,
all
Diane
right.
is also a triathlon athlete.
Yeah, she is.
And she did your marathon already. So
Yes.
she understood
Yes.
what you went through,
Yes.
or what you were
And
doing.
I know she understands how you feel
Yes,
Right,
to
right.
accomplish something.
Yes,
that,
yes.
Next.
Wonderful lady.
That's my mom.
Oh, yes.
That's for Carnival Monday.
Oh, Carnival Monday.
Yes.
Well, you can't forget Mom, Aston.
No.
What's mom's name?
Her name is Molly Mahavir.
Molly.
Yeah.
All right, all right.
And how old is she?
She's 87.
87.
Oh, my.
Good 87, man. I'm looking at, I mean, she's
That's
good.
me there on New Year's.
Yes,
All
okay.
right, looking good, looking good. All right.
87, man. Mommy looks good.
Yeah.
I think I think
She's
we have-
active,
Yeah. She's active.
Yes,
Yeah.
very active with seeing about her animals and sweeping the yard.
Yes,
She does not like the yard to be
Yes, yes.
dirty.
Next one, we have a seafront. Ah!
That's in Cedros.
Oh my gosh, this is not the original jetty.
No, it's
but
not.
this is the new jetty in Cedros, and I want to thank my cousin Ainsley Gopal,
I see.
retired principal of Point 14 East Secondary, for this photo.
I see. Oh, I see.
Actually, you've been to Cedros, I'm sure.
Yes.
Several times.
And this is where you go to relax.
Yes,
you
and
walk
I
along
love-
the beach barefoot?
No, run.
Barefoot?
yes,
Run.
yes.
You run also?
Yes,
Oh, I see.
train
I
on
see.
the beach.
Yes, yes.
Great, great.
I try. That is excellent training.
Yes, it is.
On the beach, eh?
And you do it in the water as well.
What about the seafood itself? I mean, the what comes from the sea, the fish, all of that. And
A lot
the
of fishes. It have
Yes.
like carrot, kingfish, redfish.
Yes,
That is what
yes.
we grew up mostly on.
I see, yes.
Seafood.
Well, you know, Astrid, would you believe it's 3 minutes to 3 o'clock already?
Exactly.
But what we need to ask Shadi, Shadi, wonderful story.
Yeah.
What are your plans now for the rest of 2023?
Exactly.
Well, my plans is to do a sub-3 marathon and to actually win it again. And to continue doing what I love and to improve on my time.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
And what is the message you have for women who would like to?
Good, quite
who would
good,
like
yes.
to emulate you, sorry.
For me, don't ever give up on what you start.
Yes,
Continue and believe in yourself.
excellent.
Don't let anyone bring you down. They might say negative thing like, oh, how you running like this and you're getting like this. Does get negative feedbacks.
Yes.
But I don't mind it. Do what you love. Be consistent about it. Have the discipline. And most of all, if you have someone to motivate you and encourage you
Yes.
and be behind everything you do, you will
my.
reach where you want to reach. Don't ever give up.
I'm going to take that
Continue.
page. I'm going to
From-
take that page.
It doesn't matter how the
Yes.
age,
Yes.
what age you are, you can do it.
Excellent.
You can do it. And don't ever give up.
Well, Shadi, congratulations again. You know, thank you for being with us. Wonderful story, Astel.
Excellent story.
I mean, as you mentioned, so many of your young people could emulate your achievements.
Exactly.
We want to certainly wish you all the best. We want to thank our sponsors for this premium show again.
Exactly.
You know, Blazers, Docks Engineering Works, and Royals Publishing Company Limited. Shadi, thanks for coming to us. We wish you the best. We are happy to see you, and certainly we'll keep in touch.
And we do hope that you continue to run from strength to strength and conquer all this year. Whatever event that you participate in, We wish you all the best, and we know that victory is right around the corner. So, I'm Astil Ren.
I'm Riza Basali.
You on Sports Train.